How's it going, guys? Today we got another episode of WHOIS, and today we got Rebecca Manny. And how you doing?
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like weird because no one really hears me speak. So I'm like, oh my god, everyone's gonna hear me speak. But I'm really happy to be here. And yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone kind of like what it is you do and like a bit about yourself?
So I would say that now I can confidently say that I'm a singer, songwriter, model, and creative director.
Nice. We'll kind of just like take it step by step, but like, how did you get into like each individual kind of like part that you're involved in?
So I actually started off with, I would say, singing. So I've always sung, but it was a secret. So like it was actually one of my friends at the time. She actually got me into singing and joining choir and everything, and I didn't really feel that confident at that time. So I'd say like I've been singing for 5 years maybe.
Yeah.
But the first 2 was just here and there. I didn't even think I had a voice. Like I'll be singing my voice up and I'll be like, that sounds nice. But yeah. So a lot of people didn't know I sang. And then I think fast forward, I started to speak with Danny Cliff about music and stuff. And he would have this little challenge thing. And I think that's where I wrote my first verse. Yeah. And people mess with it, but it was the first time I was like, oh crap, I can do this and I can write stuff. So I was like, okay, what's going on right now? So then I started working with Danny Cliff. That was like maybe after COVID times. Yeah. That was like that time where everyone was like on lives and everything.
Was that what, house party and things like that?
Like Instagram lives, everyone was just like, yeah. But so I think then, and then I started writing stuff for other people. I started doing features, and then I started writing my own music seriously. Yeah. Then I started gigging, and then that was weird because I think at first I stuck to covers and stuff because I was like, ain't nobody want to listen to my stuff. But then eventually I grew to fall in love with my own music and decided to start performing them. So that's singing. Yeah. And then modeling was always like a here and there thing. First shoot I actually done was for Michaela. So shout out to her.
Was it for Marca Accessories?
Yeah. So that was the first shoot I ever done. And then I think with my own content, I was kind of just exploring my fashion, which kind of grew in COVID, which was really weird because I wasn't going outside, but I was like taking a lot of like fit pics, videos. I've actually archived them from like all my Instagram because there are so like, the funny thing, you can still see the same elements of my content in those videos, but I think it was just maybe like the quality and stuff. I think also like there was no like substance. It was just like, this seems cool, but I didn't really understand what I was doing. Right. Okay. But yeah, then I started modeling for homies like you, all that. People started reaching out to me and stuff. And because I think I was getting more confident with who I was and what I wanted to present myself as a model and everything. I think people even just enjoyed like the way I was at shoots as well. Like your energy that you brought to the shoot. Yeah, so I realized that modeling was just more than just, oh, I got a pretty face, let me go out. Let me just do this or whatever. I think I realized that like you should probably go there with the idea that you're going to bring more to even conversations, whether it's the makeup artist or the photographer, whatever it is. So then I just took it serious then, and then I started to create my own stuff. And then that's what led to like creative direction, because I kind of found it really hard to just, not to say mess with, but I felt like I would leave shoots and I'd be like, I have a concept and I think I'd rather present myself like this. So that's where I was kind of led to like create my own concepts, because I just felt that there was more to just being in front of like a white backdrop or whatever. So I thought you could tell more stories and all these different things. So it gave me like the push because I was like, I'm not seeing the concepts that I want to be in,
Mm-hmm.
so let me create them myself. And then I think music and like fashion linked that all together. So then I was just like, you know what, let me start working on my own stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was helping you with like creative direction and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just putting like little ideas and stuff, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is good.
Like,
I can do it, because like I think working with you guys and everything really helped me, because I was like, oh crap, like people do need someone else's opinion and all these different things.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that was kind of really sick, because I was exploring different things with you guys, and I started to see what it is that I liked, why I liked it, all these different things. And then the first project I would say that I wanted people to see me for a creative director was Allure. That was like the recent thing I dropped. And I just took my time with that. I had the idea for years actually, but I didn't know how to go by it, because it was like, to me it was such a big thing. I was like, no one's gonna mess with it, like how am I gonna go out there, just do this little thing and
just put it out into the world.
Yeah. And obviously, because I think I get considered, just maybe at times people might see me for one category at times.
Right.
So it was kind of hard. Do I
like they box you as an artist? So
unknowingly, and they don't mean it. So it was at that point where I was like, am I doing too much? Am I?
Right.
I wanted people to know that this was genuine. This wasn't. I'm not trying to fit in, or like I'm just picking up things for the vibes, but it was something that I really wanted to do. And thankfully, like, God had my back throughout the whole thing, because it was the best thing ever. Everything was so smooth.
Yeah.
Even the fact that like I had music prepared already, and I wasn't really sure that if it would work out. Everything worked out, fits and everything worked out perfectly.
Nah, it was nice, man. It was nice.
Thank you, man.
I guess this is a sick stuff, man.
Thank you. But yeah, so I think for now, that's probably it.
Yeah. I feel like, I think even obviously having like, I feel like when I first moved to Glasgow and started getting plugged into Crazy, you're one of the few people like that, one of the first people that I met, and even seeing your progression from like when I first met you till now, it's like just crazy to see like the different parts and different things that you've kind of like plugged yourself into.
Yeah, because I remember when we first met, like it was so like shy, like in uni, like I wasn't like really loud about anything.
Yeah, I feel you very much kept to yourself about like the projects and the cool things you found cool and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think even one thing I do remember though is like you were very musically oriented. I think I remember speaking to you like you and Design especially probably like come up with like ideas and concepts and things just purely from like one song. You say, right, I already know a concept or a creative direction that I could do related to that song, for example. So when you told me that you're starting to take music seriously, I was like, oh, it makes sense. Like I feel like the things that you're doing are so interlinked in so many ways that it's like you could really kind of use that to your advantage to some extent. I think that's interesting. I think it's even what you said about modeling. I feel like that's one thing I struggle with in the sense that like I don't feel like on shoots I'm very like, you guys know me, like I'm not like a high energy person. Like
you just say like, hey guys, so we're gonna do this.
like
move to the side.
And I feel like sometimes I kind of feel like I should be more like you're saying like what's the word?
Because it's there. You have the personality. Like we're always like goofy and everything.
Yeah, I think it's one of the ones where I think certain people bring it out of me. Yeah. But I think I need to bring it out of myself.
Because there is being professional, but then there's also just being yourself. Like being professional doesn't require you not to be yourself. Yeah. So I think 100. A lot of people get that confused. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Because I feel like I see what you mean. I think on shoots you're very energetic. You're a lot more like you bring the energy up in that scenario. You know what I mean? So it's just been cool to kind of see the progress, I guess, in some sort of thing. What were the sort of like first like projects you did with other people and not just like within yourself? Like what were the first kind of collab projects you did? Like I know you mentioned obviously Danny Cliff, that was one of the things you did.
Yeah.
And then was there any more kind of like even out with the music stuff as well?
So with music I was doing stuff with Pence and stuff, which that actually like started a lot of, that's when I realized, oh crap, like this is a thing, like I can write things for other people, I can hear properly and all these different things.
Were you writing for him at the time?
No, like writing my like
the section that you had.
Yes. Okay. Not writing for him. We're gonna have to cut that part out. We're gonna have to cut that part out. But yeah, writing like for my own section, so people would want a feature.
Yeah.
I'll be able to like listen to the beat and then like write.
Yeah.
And I really love it because it's like you have to listen to what they've already done and then bring your own part to it.
Yeah.
And it requires a lot of, I feel like it's easy to just jump on it and say, here you go. But I tend to I want to be intentional with what I'm saying. That you know that I've thought about the song, I've thought about the whole concept, I've thought about the reason why you've said this and all these different things.
Yeah.
So I got reached out from artist, rapper from Germany.
Right.
And he reached out for me to do a feature for him. And that was the first time I was like, what the hell? Like, people really want me to do stuff for
even
them?
international and everything.
I was just like, what? I don't have anything
just
out.
Staring at the message like,
I was just like, what do you mean? And then, so he's based in Germany and he sent me like a track. And I think I remember just like, I gave myself a rule, like after working with other people, I just gave myself a rule. Like, I will listen to the beat for like constantly for like at least 3 days, just constantly, because it's so easy to hear it and just go full force. But I just gave myself, you know what, I want to pour everything I can into what it might be 1 second of me doing oohs and ahs, but I still want to give it my all. So that was one other person. Modeling, there's a lot actually. I'm trying to remember, but there's obviously you, Zeem, there's Glam Candy.
I remember seeing the campaign that they did with you, and I was like, "This is incredible, man!" Like, it's like you, Rui, and a few other people on the shoot, and I was like, "Wow!" Like that whole project in general, I was seeing, I was like, "Wow, this looks insane!" Like, this looks really, really good.
It was so sick. Who else? Nike.
Jeez.
When I done that was really sick. Let me. Why am I acting like I don't have?
Bro, big yourself up, man.
Let me.
I know you got the accolades.
let me pull up some stuff, man. Why am I acting like I ain't got?
Get the receipts to show.
Why? How could I forget? Made by Andrew.
Oh, big up Andrew, man.
And then my favorite shoot was, which actually I think that's what started the whole people reaching out, was a shoot with Z Studios. What was Z Studios before? With Tony.
I see.
So he had that. I think he had just a creative day, and he just brought all these photographers and everything. Yeah,
because I remember seeing some stills that I think it was like Emil and like TJ.
So he took them as well.
Yeah.
And I think that collaboration was so sick because I think at that day it was kind of like there was not much models that day. So I was kind of just like, you know what, let me take the opportunity and just
full send, really.
Yeah, let's just do it. Like, there's no need to feel insecure anymore. So I was just kind of like, okay, let's do it. And those photos are still my favorite till this day. Trying to think of other people. Oh, yesterday I worked with another photographer, but he's more based on film, and that was sick as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're slowly getting there. Like, eventually. We'll be doing a lot more, hopefully. But yeah. I
think one of the things I found with like kind of like the whole just being a creative in general is that like you really start to see the fruit of your labor like after a good couple of years. Like, I think like it's easy. Like in the first year or two, like I thought I was doing mad stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is sick." And then I give it a couple of years later, I was like, "Oh wait, no! Like my skill set is getting so much better. My network's getting much bigger. The things that I'm doing are getting much bigger and stuff." And it's just cool to see, like, even kind of how you're explaining that, like some of these things that you're doing, even to this day, still carry on with you, like throughout your more future projects and the skill set and growth that you've had. In that time,
definitely.
Because I think like on social media, you see someone who's, I don't know, like an artist. And like they'll drop like 2 songs and they'll go clear, and it's like everyone thinks that that's kind of the standard, but it's like realistically for most of us, we're probably gonna have to do at least 2-3 years worth of work before we actually see like even get paid, even get our first penny from
it's true
doing work and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So,
I think someone told me like if you and obviously they the word articulated this very differently, but they were saying like for us to kind of get to a place where we're like blown up, like we should have mastered our skill and gift for like at least 10 years. And that changed my perspective on everything and kind of made me like slow down and kind of, I think I had to just get a bit serious, like chill. Like there's no way you're gonna blow up by making your first track. That
3 songs in, say, right,
you're not gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, so I think a lot of people are forgetting that as well. Like, it takes a lot of
Yeah.
learning, a lot of understanding. Yeah, man.
What's that thing? It's like a 10,000 hour or something.
Yeah.
Like on average, it takes about.
That's them 10 years.
Yeah. So
That's them 10 years.
they take 10,000 hours to get across that thingy, but yeah, like 10,000 hours for you to master something, or like get to a point where like you're actually considered like a professional and expert in whatever it is. So it's like, I guess the amount of hours you're putting into your work will kind of show later down the line when you do these other projects and stuff. So
Definitely.
no, that's cool. That's cool. And what did you see like the future of like Rebecca Manny as a whole? Like, what are the sort of things you kind of want to be getting up to the next while?
I'm really actually excited because I think that I'm getting to a point where I'm surprising myself in a way that I'm like, oh crap, I didn't know I could do that, or I could, all these different things. But honestly, like right now, I'm currently just trying to hopefully get a project, like a music project out. But I think the future, I want to be not just dabbling in all these things. I want them to be full my platform. I'm exploring, I'm expressing myself fully in all areas. They might not be the same level in a sense. There might be a season where I'm doing more modeling or whatever. Yeah. But I think I want consistency in what I'm pouring out and the quality of it. Yeah. I definitely want to work with other people outside of Glasgow. Definitely want to go abroad and stuff and see how other creative scenes are. But right now I think I am focused on learning a lot about the skills and techniques in music, I would say. That's one of the things I'm focusing a lot. And I think working with the band is helping that. Also, I'm just trying to make sure that in everything that I do, God gets the glory from all that I'm doing. I don't want it to always be about me either. Yeah. So I think it's also trying to remember why I'm doing it. Yeah. I do think all the things I'm doing are gifts, so I don't want to take advantage of it. Yeah, like take it for granted. Yeah, I don't want to take it for granted. So that requires a lot of sitting back, like watching back all these different things that I've done in that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I wish I could say this is what's going to happen and whatever. Yeah. But I do honestly think anything could happen. But I do think music probably will come out. Yeah. Yeah. Probably some more concepts, creative directions and stuff. Actually, I like that you said that actually because the first ever podcast episode, with Jeremy, we were like, we need to hear some music from you this year. Are we going to get some music from you this year? Let me... This year being the key word. Like this is 2024 that we're recording this. Yeah, what day is it? June 13th or something? Wait, sorry, huh?
I can't keep sampling you, Rebecca. I can't sample you anymore. I'm tired of having to... do you remember that one that we filmed over here? Wait, we forgot to say that. That was one thing that turned a lot of my music.
Oh, really?
That
cover, like that blew.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that did decent.
When I sampled it, it also like some as well, and I was like, that was for me. That was a lot of people come up to me and be like, see that track where you sampled Rebecca? That's my favorite track.
I know, it's so crazy.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I'm like, hey.
I am working on a lot of things. I'm hoping at least one song by the end of the year.
One?
Guys, okay, the reason why I'll say this one song, right, is because what I had done with my music is, right, one, I found my voice and everything, but then after that, I wanted to find what I liked. So a lot of the songs that you will eventually hear, and I've released and whatever, you'll find that they've been trialed with a lot of things, and that's because I want to convince myself that one, I like my voice and I'm doing it not for y'all, because it's really easy to say there's an instrumental that I could do and you'll be like, yo, Manny, I mess with this, you should do it like this. So now it could be like, no, I think you should do it like that. So I don't want to be stuck thinking about what other people want to say. Like, I want to
make something that's true to you, just put it out there almost.
So I want my own music to persuade me, not you. So it's a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it's not a quick process.
Yeah, I don't want to release an album and sit there being like, oh, I only did it because these man said they liked the instrumental.
So like kind of like
So like I'm working with a band, Kairasu, and I'm just trying different things, but I swear it'll be worth it. I can promise you guys it'll be worth it, because
remember what I said? I said I want to hear Rebecca Manning on my AirPods. Yeah.
yeah,
As long as I can
you
do
will.
that.
I think
That's
one
fine.
song that I poured in my energy,
Yeah.
my effort, yeah, it will eventually happen.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So the next episode we film with Jeremy, we can then talk about some of these songs, you know?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know Jeremy's screaming right now.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy.
I wouldn't be mad if we got some level of consistent content, right?
Okay.
See, Jeremy,
He's got content out.
He's got content. I don't
My
mind
bad.
the content. Listen, the little vlogs that he's doing, I like it.
You've got Everybody Loves Rebecca.
No, that's a story.
It's not the same. Yeah,
It
it's not
is
the
the
same, man.
same.
It's not the same,
Guys, I
man.
put my heart in those things.
No, you do.
And it's serious content.
Yeah, I want to see on my real feed. I want to see Rebecca. Today we're going to be doing X, Y, Z.
Well,
Yeah.
I am working on something really, really special. That's probably going to. It's going to be like, for now, like you guys can have this, ponder on this, and then.
But is it, see when you say this is really special, is it like a bunch of content or is it one big chunk of content? Like one chunk of content that.
That's a really good question.
Because
It could be one big one. It
Because-
could be chunks.
what we've coming into this year is we realized doing big projects is all fun, but after that project's done, people forget.
True.
So you need to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
content where it's like, if you're gonna do a big project, do smaller bits of content that build up to the big project, build some anticipation, and then boom. I mean, I say this as a musician who doesn't promote his own music,
Yeah.
but
Why are you talking, sir? Anyway,
You better
I'm
keep your
joking.
mouth quiet.
I'm
You
realizing
better
it.
keep your mouth shut.
But I'm realizing it. So all I'm saying is, especially from you and Jeremy, because you think we're saying this to you, people are saying this to me.
I know.
Yeah, I can't lie. You should hear. If you think we're bad, you should hear what people are telling us.
Well, I remember one time we finished the show, and P Sweats was like, "You need to get the studios real, man, Rebecca. Tell her to hurry up, man."
I know.
I was like, "Listen, I'm trying."
Even a few people have said like the whole thing about like us being a clique. They've said, "Oh yeah, like your clique and obviously Rebecca's really good at singing and stuff." And I'm like, "Hey, tell her to drop some music, bruv."
I am
Tell us
working
on
on
music,
it.
man.
I am working on it.
What kind
You're
of
right.
music?
You're right.
By the end of this year, you've got 6 months. Yeah.
But I'm working. Actually,
Two songs.
But I'm actually working on a lot of multiple tracks
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
So I.
Work on 2 songs that you're like, you know what? If these 2 dropped, even if they're throwaway tracks.
The way he has his finger in front of me right now,
No,
This guy means
he's
business,
looking
man.
like he's gonna.
no, because I'm sick and tired of having to try and be like, no, she does make music, but it's just one of them things. She's very picky and.
I'm not picky.
You are.
You think
The
I'm picky?
curation is needs to be on
You
point.
and Jeremy have this thing where.
You know why we were like this? Because we know what we want, and when we don't hear it, we're gonna keep doing it till we hear it.
I understand
That's not picky. That's patience.
It's patience, but you can't afford patience right now. The people are hungry.
That's what people are hungry. Oh my.
You're right. You're right.
If you heard that, if you were in my shoes and you heard the amount of folk.
No, I get it as well.
So do you get what I'm saying?
I think as well, you're one of the people, and I remember I said this to Jeremy as well, that like, actually that's interesting that it's you two that, and what you're saying right now, it's interesting. But basically, I was saying to him that, like, you guys have very strong personal brands. Like, you dropping something usually does very well. And to be fair, part of that could be to do with the fact that they're so hell-bent on things being as good as.
No,
Because
definitely.
even Pence as well is the same, like, it doesn't drop often, but the project he dropped recently, fantastic. Like, had from start to finish, 10-10, do you know what I mean? So, I guess something could be said in the sense of that maybe these more finished.
Yeah,
finished
because the
products
thing
are-
is, it's like, eventually I'll get to a point where I can safely post a lot of content, and I say safely in the sense of that I'm not doing it out of a place because people are telling me, but it's out of the
Yeah.
fact that I can assure that the quantity of the stuff that I'm giving, they're all at the same quality, and I can say right now I don't think I could do that because like life is just crazy, right? There's a lot of things
Yeah.
going on, so I think eventually I'll get to a point where I can just do tons of things. But for now, I do just want to make sure like the foundation of everything that I'm doing is strong. Like, I don't want to like say, guys, promote like a big like project and be like, hey guys, so I want you guys to do this and follow this, and then you listen to the tracks and they still sound like demos. Beep boop boop oohs and ahs and shoobity wap boop. No, I don't want to do that. Sound like someone held me hostage, you know, like. And also because my voice is expanding, because I'm like learning to perform more. I'm learning to project my voice and not E.
It's about that time.
And then obviously like also being in choir as well at church has it's changed the game, because you think you can sing.
They're hungry.
Let them tell you to stick to one voice and you're shaking.
Shaking like a leaf.
So I do think, honestly, like, yeah, I want to have excellence to everything that I do. So, and you cannot do that just let me just
And I think that like there's multiple ways to skin a cat at the end of the day, and I think it really just matters, and it just depends on what you're after, really. Because I think like your goals will dictate how you move about these things. Do you get what I mean?
That's
like if your aim is to be clear tomorrow, you can't really afford to be doing the approach that you're going through. But at the same time, if you want to build something that's like gonna last the test of time, then you're probably better off going with your approach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these kind of fast trend. Let's keep it in the context of music, but these fast trend music sounds and like sampling like really famous things, like it only take you so far in terms of like building a body of work that is gonna, in 20 years time, we're not gonna remember half these TikTok samples, but remember what you dropped.
Exactly. I want my music, my projects to linger through whatever generation comes after me. I can't do that by myself.
Yeah.
So it requires talking to a lot of people. It requires God. Requires a lot of praying to God, help me, how do I do this, and all these different things. So I think I don't want my stuff to be
just kind of a fast
whatever
track,
and also because I think it's like my goal is really not to be famous. Like I ask God, like sometimes I'm like, how did I perform, like how am I getting to do this, like me getting to do that. And I think other people are like, oh no, you know, and I'm like, no guys, because it's crazy to me. It's like crazy. People want to hear me, and then everyone's smiling like, no, why wouldn't you, like and I'm like, guys, this is crazy. Like you guys are just listening to this and you're messing with this, and these ideas start in like me chilling in my room, or I listen to a song or wherever. Like it's weird.
Yeah, I think that there's something to be said about like seeing something that you came up with, like an idea you've had a while ago and come to fruition. Like I think when you're in the moment, it's kind of hard to even just like acknowledge the fact that you're doing whatever it is that you set out to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I think even like the stuff that's been happening, like for me in the past few months, everyone's always, oh yeah, this is exciting. I'm thinking, crazy. I'm just like, I feel like I'm so busy caught up in the everyday that I forget that these are things that are happening. That these are things I used to be like, oh, I can't wait to do that.
You'd be sitting here with us and being like, nah, I want to do this full time. That's my goal. I want to do this full time. So
now that I'm doing it, it's like, oh wait, like I think you sometimes need to step back and be like, okay, like you're actually doing this and you actually brought this project to life, or you're performing at this place that you once said you wanted to do. So just take that time definitely. To kind of reflect and just like just celebrate those wins.
I think it's like definitely something I've become more like, I've taken more serious, is to like chill and think, because like after shows or whatever, like I'll be like, okay, how did you think this went, Rebecca? Like all these different things. And then also with the allure thing, so funny thing is that little visual, I had that completed for ages. And pretty much what happened was I kept watching it and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. But then after that I was just kind of like, okay, I don't want to, I knew I was convinced this is really good, because I put like a lot of time and everything. But I think I had to spend time with it as if it was my baby. Like, honestly, I made sure to send it to other people who weren't creatives. And I did that because, one, I was advised by someone really special in my life who forced me to do that. But pretty much it made me question the details of it. Because it in some sense, it's like easy because it's your own idea. And be like, oh yeah, like, because I get it, everyone's gonna get it.
Like,
and it's so easy to think that. And it's not in the sense that when I posted that Allure video, I took time explaining everything. But I made sure that when I wrote that little description, that I fully understood what I was saying.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was going to be able to do that if I never had sent it to other people outside the creative industry.
Yeah.
Because they required me to think out of the box of the
Being a
colors
creative,
match, the song matches, and all these different things. But they actually allowed me to like ask myself questions about, okay, what's the goal with this then?
Yeah.
What if this blows up? What are you going to do? Like, you know, you're going to think further. You're going to have to make another concept and everything.
Yeah, people want to see more of that.
Yes, it made me realize, okay, like, you're going to actually have to continue, like, producing other stuff. Do you know what I mean? You can't just, oh yeah, hey guys, all these different things. So I think that's one thing I would also, like, tell other people to do is, like, allow people to question your work. Not in a sense of, why did you use that color? No, not like that, but let them question you and let them question your intentions, because it brings you to a place where it's like, it might be difficult because you're going to feel a bit like, do I really want to do this? Because now I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Is it because of this? But eventually you're going to make sure that what you're doing is raw and it's uniquely because of your desires and what you like and everything. It's not because of this and that. So I think that allowed me to appreciate my video at the end, because I had gone through the process of sitting, people giving me feedback, people telling me to change all these different things. And if you spoke to the team that helped me with, like, do that, if you saw the conversations, it was constant. Like, I would be like, hey, I want to change this, all these different things. But yeah, when I dropped that, I was very convinced, you know, I've taken my time. I've answered all the questions that where people were asking me and everything. And then it kind of gave me the confidence to know that the next project, I'm going to go there with more intention and I guess more structure to why I'm wanting to do it. Because I think why you're doing it is so important right now, especially where you can get carried away of just doing something.
Like, so do you think that you necessarily need to have a why? Because I think for me,
at some point, it doesn't have to be a why straight away. Yeah. But even, like, I think eventually once the thing is done, you're going to want to, what's the purpose of you dropping it?
Right, okay. Just because I feel like, I guess maybe reflecting on my work, I don't really feel like I have necessarily much of a why to some of the stuff that I do.
Because you're doing things for other people.
True, yeah, true.
You're not doing it.
That's true.
This is the thing. I wasn't modeling for you. I wasn't modeling for someone else. I sat and thought I wanted to do this. Why am I doing this, Rebecca?
True, that's true. I share true because my own content is a completely different story.
Your content is, do you know what I mean? So this was coming within me. It's like, okay, why did I do that? It's like, you have paint in your hand and you hit it. No, why did you do that? You need to question yourself. Like, yeah. But when you're doing it for someone else, it doesn't matter because you can say it's because this person asked me to do it.
That's true.
Because this is their concept.
Guess it's different ways.
So it's like, you have to do that because I swear, some of the questions people asked me, I was like, yo, what the heck? I didn't.
Never would even question my
Never, like, you know, it was even the things of like, I think someone asked me, someone pointed about the dancing and everything, and they were just like, why does it seem that you're more free in one fit than the other? And all these different things. And it got me questioning, why was that? So it was just like, it questioned a lot of, perhaps maybe this was the first time I was doing a shoot that was out of street style. Because a lot of my modeling has always been street style. So I think that made me realize that's probably why I wanted to do something like that as well. Because I knew that everyone's seen me in streets. Everyone's seen me in a hoodie.
Every time I see you, it's a J's, man. It's a Jordans.
Everyone's seen me in my Jordans. Everyone has seen me in like a t-shirt, all these things. So before that, I was just like, I want to do something different and But when they had asked, I was like, you know what? Like,
let's see if this...
Yeah. So, yeah.
I think that's another thing. I think, like, especially, like, doing something creative as, like, maybe, like, a full-time gig, I think you do definitely need some, like, passion projects and stuff alongside it. Because I think that's one thing I feel like I've been lacking a lot. And even just in general, that when I speak to the people who do it full-time, before I even started doing it full-time, that they were like, sometimes you're going to have to just, even if it's not necessarily in the field that you work in, but just have a creative outlet of some sort to be able to do, for example, like something like that. I know Allure might not necessarily be a passion project because
Oh, it
related-
was though. It was like one of my, because I've
Yeah.
had that idea for a long time.
Would you not say though it's kind of linked to what you're working towards doing, technically for work though, to some extent?
True, but I think for work I would have passion, but I was more passionate about this because it was my first one.
Right, okay.
But maybe, yeah, you're right. Other ones maybe not.
Yeah.
But I hope to have the same passion though.
So yeah, so kind of just like even like having something, whether in your industry or not, like now it's just like this is purely for just creative, like outlet.
Yeah.
Like whether it gets posted, whether it gets whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's just you're just creating something for the sake of creating something. And I think that's why like I really like the idea of doing YouTube, because like obviously eventually the plan is to get monetized, but like until you get monetized, it's pretty much just like a creativity game. Really, you can just kind of film videos, do whatever you want to do. There's no brand deals, no like sponsorships. I like.
Soon.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace, just so you know.
Sponsored by Squarespace. So if you want to use their websites, just
use Rebecca Manny. And
use
you get 10% off.
Rebecca. Use Manny is that girl. 111 is the place where you should be shooting. Yeah, that's the password.
And the next sponsor is Rage Shadow Legends.
I don't know that one.
You know the Rage Shadow Legends?
These guys are everywhere, man. They're literally every single video.
Where to spend it.
But yeah, like so I think like when you're not being paid to do something, or you're not being like have creative like pressure from someone else to like directions almost. Just good to kind of just like let loose, go create something cool. Yeah, that sounds so.
No, it's real. It's real.
But yeah, just go out and create some stuff and just do something cool.
No, definitely.
Like I think me and Snide want to get like a DJ controller. And I think
Yeah,
that's
you guys have been saying this for.
No, it's happening. It's gonna land.
No. I believe
It's
you.
gonna
I'm
land.
just saying. Like I remember when you guys were like.
We've been saying this for years, literally years.
Yeah.
So I think that for me that would be a purely creative outlet. I don't really aspire to be a DJ or anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just did it one time and I thought it was hilarious. It was good fun. So I mean, so
I still need to get one, man. Like, I still need to. I don't think I'd ever get. I mean, maybe because obviously I do music and I'd love to learn how to DJ, but I don't know like if the market that's here would allow me to DJ, because I don't want to do Afrobeats and hip hop.
He said, I don't want that.
I want to do like
I'm a piano.
R&B, I want to do.
Yeah.
I was like Kitchenada.
house, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slow
Different
jams.
sound, like something like that. The market's not here. For it.
But if it's just for fun, you don't need a market.
Yeah.
You don't need a market.
But you know, I like.
You want
I feel
people
like,
to mess with it though.
Yeah, I feel like also because I'm a performer at the same time, I couldn't just do it as a hobby, like in my room. I really want to be like, guys, look at the set I just made.
And the thing is, if you got really good as well, like I don't think I could be an amazing DJ and just keep that to myself. I'll be honest. Like, eventually I get to where I'm like, kind of like, someone's gonna have to hear this. Someone's gonna have to hear this.
Somebody
somewhere,
gotta
bro.
do a TikTok to this right now.
Man.
Right now.
I'll be sitting on TikTok. I'm like, yeah, watch this. Well, never mind.
No, that's true. That's true. That's what Everybody Loves Rebecca is really about.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much I was like, okay, like I'd be working a lot as well. So I was just like, okay, if I'm going to do something that's creative, let me just do Everybody Loves Rebecca, be corny, put my own music, do whatever. So that's more of just...
And I like how lighthearted it is as well.
That's because
I like how like...
Because I'm just, like, if you want to go on someone's story, you don't want to see like the same thing all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to see something interesting, whether it's like... And I feel like Jeremy's also the same as well.
Yeah, Jeremy's love
yeah.
like story vlogs. I love him, man. I just go to
Yeah.
his vlog and he'd be like, it's a
I
thing.
always keep saying to him, I was like, why are we not seeing this
Yeah.
on your feed? Like,
Bro.
this is feed-worthy content. Like, see if you just post... See, instead of thinking, this would be a really cool story, think about it, this would be a really cool reel.
Or
would,
TikTok.
yeah.
He's got funny ass stories.
No, he's
that
got
guy.
stories, man. He's got
Like,
stories.
and you take the time to edit this, and then you put it on your story. Come
True.
on.
Just see the story. Just press read instead.
However, I feel like if you start off with your story, then you get more interaction eventually later on at times. Because more people have interacted with my stories than they have with like stuff like...
Yeah, I think story interactions tend to be a bit more like people who are already kind of warmed up to who you are and like what you do.
Yeah, but sometimes it's people that I don't really talk to, and they're just...
Oh, really?
They really mess with like...
I got a lot of,
Yeah.
Like, when I got there's a lot of people that liked my stories or like looked at my stuff, the people that I barely spoke to or like I've not spoke to in years.
I do get that sometimes. I'm just like, oh, fair. I didn't realize you were messing with my stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
Yeah, and they ask questions like, how did you do this? Sorry, how did you do this and all this different things? So
actually, that brings me to a point. Like, you sent me a TikTok the other day, and it was basically saying that like one of the bits that you said was that you never know who's watching, and I find that such a important thing that is often overlooked, because it's like we can say like how we're talking about how like people almost kind of forgot about, for lack of a better word, like they'll like our stories and be like, oh, they're actually messing my stuff. They're kicking my. I think like it's easy to see numbers on a screen, but when you're actually deep, like if you post this like, I don't know, like reel and it gets like 2,000 views, do you actually understand how many people 2,000 people is?
2,000 people is like, I always people come out old school. I went to Hollywood. That was like 2,000 people in the whole school.
Bro,
like,
so your whole school would have seen this one reel.
Which is
Fam.
Which is crazy to think of, because I couldn't even think about showing it to 10 people in real life.
Bro, if I talk to 100 people, after like 10, I'd be like, I can't lie, maybe I should stop doing this. Like, what I actually did, bro.
I'm one of those 100 people. Some people might just like see it and not do anything with it.
Yeah.
I even will like, oh man, that's really cool. But imagine going up to 100 people, only like 2,000 people, and only getting 10% of those people to like it. You're thinking,
like, what have I done then? Yeah.
that's true.
So I think like, yes, I think it's, you never know who's watching. So I think it's just post the stuff out there and just keep pushing it. Like, even if you don't think the right people or enough people are seeing it, you get 200 views, and those certain people are people who want to work with you, or like, I don't know, 200 people who really, really mess with whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah, there's
so
still
like,
people that really appreciate it, you know. So it's like, I'm not to say keep doing it for them. No, that's not what I'm saying. But in a sense, it's like, yeah, man. There's people that see when I love something and like something, I'm like, oh my god, this is so crazy,
bro. Yeah, I'll be turning notifications on and this.
I'm like, oh my god, I'll keep watching the same video again or whatever. So it's just like, nah, man. If they're not liking it, it's okay. Like, bro, even if you like it, like I even had to tell myself with a lot of stuff, is like, I had to sit there and be like, even if no one likes it, you're still gonna love it the same way. Like,
don't discard it.
Don't discard it. Yeah.
Actually, like on that topic, like who are some people that like maybe like you look up to, or, like inspire you?
People
like,
that creativity, like
just I guess let's keep it creative. Actually.
People I look up to. I look up to a lot of people. So I think for creative direction, it's probably like brands. I think you pronounce it Amilin.
Thing is, I wasn't sure if that's who you're referring to, but I was like, I feel like you're gonna say, their creative direction is
their creative direction. They were the reason why I got my like green New Balances, because I couldn't get the ones that they actually had with New Balance.
Oh yeah,
the 560 ones. So like, their
stuff is next level.
Their stuff is really, really sick. Movies inspire me a lot. I look up to a lot of like movies.
You're a big Tarantino fan, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am.
Christopher Nolan's better, but okay.
No, that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the podcast.
I would say modeling wise, does anyone inspire me in modeling?
Like any creators that you look up to? Because I feel like, do you look at models like that, or do you look at more of like creators who model?
Or like content creators that model as well. Like Eve, for example.
Yeah. She's cold. Like, she's really sick. I think as I started out, like, she was one person I was like, yeah.
I remember, because I remember you sent me some of her stuff at one point.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Like, for the, I think those were like, I do remember that. I think in modeling is what inspires me to model. I don't think it's someone in particular.
Right.
I don't think so, for some reason. I don't look at someone and be like, you're the reason why I want to do this. But I think in terms of music, a lot of people that inspire, that's too much people, man.
That's what I would say. Even people ask me that, I'm like, I don't want to keep seeing the same person, because it's not just, it's not just Masego. Masego's very new to me, and Masego was something. It's not my episode.
It's okay.
Speak, man.
No, we're all friends here, bro.
I know, but it's one of the ones that's like, I always say Masego just because he's a fairly new artist, and he's someone that's really inspired me recently, though.
Yeah.
You know, Lolo's the one that plugged me.
Yeah.
years ago. But I grew up on Kirk Franklin. I listened to Usher, a lot of Usher growing up.
Mm.
Like my music taste was all over the place. I used to listen to like R&B wise. I can't even remember who I listened to. I used to listen to a lot of artists.
Yeah.
To the point where I didn't even know who. Like my playlist was so all over the place. I just loved the music. If a song, like I would listen to songs, but I would never listen to full albums. To this day, it takes me forever to listen to someone's full body of work.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like,
Unless I really mess it.
unless I really, like if I like Kijala just dropped.
Oh yeah, I listened to the entire
I've
time,
still
bro.
not listened to his full album. I still haven't listened to a lot of albums that people are like, this album is so cold. A lot of Drake albums I haven't listened to, like full albums. Views, I've not listened to the full album of that.
What?
Crazy. That's a bit crazy.
Nah, yeah, views. Kind of like views is.
Man, you were probably in high school. You had time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like we were teenagers back then.
But you had time.
But what I'm saying is, I've listened to like all the songs that were popular on that album, but like in terms of the full album,
Like start to finish.
like I don't do that. Like I'll listen to like majority of the songs, and there's some songs that like I'm thinking that went viral that I'm like, I don't know, they look viral. I prefer this song. Then I'll add that to my playlist, but I'm not someone that I read and I like listen to every single back to back because I'll just get bored.
I do go through seasons though. Like there will always be a new person. Like right now, I'm really like digging Shaka Khan, and that's because my range is opening up where I can't just sing in the same range every time. So I'm really obsessed with the fact that her range is crazy.
Yeah.
Like so it's a new thing every time with me. So I'll be rinsing her like at 9 a.m. on the bus.
Straight up, yeah.
Let me think. Olivia Dean is someone I look up to in music in terms of her writing skills, in terms of just the way that she carries herself. I really mess with her. Madison Ryan Ward, she's more like gospel Christian music, but I just everything about her music is crazy. I love Snow. Yeah, I love Snow writing as well. Just how soft everything is. I'm really digging. I always tell everyone, I'm always in love with mass choirs. That's always been my thing. I love mass choirs, and I know you can't look up to mass choirs, but the things that they be doing in some of these tracks are crazy.
You're thinking, whoa.
Vocal arrangement.
Yes.
One thing I admire about Jeremy is his vocal arrangement skills.
King of vocal engines.
Because me, I can stack a harmony, but in terms of arrangement,
He could stack.
He could do that all day, man.
Man, he could stack for a whole generation, man. Like,
he did. See, next time you go to Simeon Studio.
I heard it.
Did he ever show you that one?
Yeah.
With the track started with 4, right? And at the end of the track, there was 108 tracks here. The other 104 tracks was just Jeremy's voice. No other instrument, just his voice, right?
108
and he
tracks.
was timing up how much it would take for him to mix, like to do Melodyne on all of those tracks. Yeah, let's just say you don't want to be paying those fees. Jeremy is absurd when it comes to that.
Crazy.
But,
Crazy.
Oh my
Let me look at my. I don't pay for Spotify, but we finna scroll through.
Wait, you don't pay for Spotify?
No, actually, it's weird. Like, so I don't really use Spotify when I want to listen to music because I'm focused on probably one person. Like, I'll probably just go on their YouTube.
Okay.
You know, I'm a.
No,
for the sake of you, yeah, I'm gonna just keep quiet.
Okay, no, listen, hear me out.
Because we're friends,
I
I'm
don't,
gonna keep quiet.
No, listen, guys, listen, homies. But I do like a lot of live sets and stuff, so you won't find that on Spotify. So I like to hear them sing live, and I'll listen to.
Do you at least have YouTube Premium then?
No. Guys, I'm a busy woman. I got a 9 to 5.
What's that looking to do?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this. That's my sister.
I don't be. So when I do have the time to listen to music, like, it's not like crazy. I don't blast it all the time.
No one's blasting music, but like, surely you're traveling, you commute to work. What do you do during your commute?
You guys don't have your own thoughts. You guys can't sit in silence.
No, I can't lie.
You guys can't ponder. You guys can't wonder.
I can, but like, do you do that every day?
Most of the time, yeah.
Fair play, man. I personally, I think I'm self-diagnosing here. I think I have ADHD.
Shush.
Because I cannot sit and think and listen to myself all day. Because my thought process will just go from, I'll think about one thing and then I'll be on a tangent to another. I can't stay on a topic.
That's me. I try to go to bed, bro. When I try to go to bed, I'm thinking about a trillion things at one time, man. It's mad.
Too many things at once. I kind of need the music to kind of focus. Because I can listen to the music and still think about something, but the music helps me just focus on just one thing.
Now is your
the rest of my brain is focusing on the music, so I can let me handle this task with the music on in the background.
I hear what you mean.
It's true, but I think I stopped because this is the reason why I stopped listening to a lot of music, was because I found that it was interfering with my own creative process and creating music. Because I felt like at times I'd do something because I was listening to that album.
Yeah.
So it was never. And then I remember whenever I was doing gigs and stuff, I wouldn't listen to other people's music because I knew that when I hear something, it just sticks with me, and I'm gonna want to do it. Like I'm gonna want to copy it, kind of thing. So I was just like, you know what? I want to make sure that I'm doing this out of the fact that I want to do it. It's not because I was sitting there listening to Shaka Khan. Now I'm doing all the crazy things. Do you know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think like even social media is quite bad for that. Like when you sit and watch something for so long, you end up kind of almost like getting into some sort of rabbit hole with that one thing, and it starts to influence how you, I don't know, just do other things, I guess, as well.
I like this guy called Justin
Timberlake.
Shut up, sir. Justin Nozuka. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I really like his music. What other stuff? Oh, I love the people that done the project Dinner Party. This is very much neo soul.
I'm not 100% sure if I've heard of that, I'll be honest.
It's so Dinner Party. No, sorry. No, the people are called Dinner Party.
Doesn't really ring a bell. I'll be
so
honest.
It's like a bunch of people. Terrace Martin, Robert, all these
Robert.
people. The guy.
Like it's just called Robert.
The fact that you don't know the second name is crazy.
No, I genuinely don't know.
Crazy. Let's move on to the next. But yeah, there's a lot of people actually. There's a lot of people. Trying to think of other peeps. I don't know. There's too.
To be honest, like
too much.
It was just like a handful. It doesn't need to be like your whole catalog or anything. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, right now it's probably Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Don't I ever actually listen to any of her music?
You should, man. Jeremy knows. Like I've been sending him messages, but like, yo, I need you to like deep this.
Check this, peep this out.
Yeah, so it's a new person every time.
I feel so uncomfortable doing that. Oh my gosh, too much German. I mean,
oh my god! Oh man, you'd never do that with anyone else. You know that. He would not dare do that.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, is there like, let's say someone sees what you're doing and kind of wants to take a similar direction to what you're doing, what would be some advice that you'd give them to kind of like get started and get plugged in?
I would say find yourself first. Like, be convinced of like why you're doing something. Even if it requires you to stop where you are right now, is like take time to find yourself, because I think you can tell when someone doesn't know themselves and they're releasing stuff. I don't know how to describe it, not to say you can properly see, but I do think knowing yourself and having your own identity determines the quality of what you're doing, kind of thing, especially in the future as well. I would also say find a tribe, people that you can trust, people that you can bounce ideas from. Find people who will teach you how to articulate what you're doing. That's literally a lot of the things that you guys done for me, was that because I didn't know, you know, that when we started the language, I just didn't have the language, especially in creative direction and music as well. Working with the bands helped me articulate a lot of who I am as a singer and all these different things. I can now go into a studio session being like, can I do this? Can I do that? So work with other people, but make sure that they can help you. Don't just work with them because they're creative. Like, how can they add to you becoming a better creative? And that sounds really weird, but in a sense, will they help you in terms of how you express yourself, articulate, all these different things? Another one is, man, always leave your projects and plans in the hands of God. Like, he wants to get involved, so don't feel like, oh my God, being a creative is so outside of like God and everything. Like, yeah, I would also say like partner up with him because he's the best creative. Created the world.
Amen.
Yeah, so but yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast. It was good to have a chat.
Thank you for paying me to be here.
Shush, man. I'll get you payment later.
Pay me to be here.
Can you guys just boom? Nah, but it's been good. I feel like obviously knowing each other outside of the podcast, like it's good to kind of just sit down and have a bit people understand who you are and that sort of thing.
Sure, I hope they do. Because I don't think it was kind of hard for me to articulate before. Like if you'd asked me all these questions before, it'd be very difficult. But I think slowly I'm getting to a point where I'm getting better at answering these questions. So yeah, man.
That's good. Well, in that case, we'll probably wrap up here, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
I'm joking.
That's how you leave it.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'll leave it that.
No, please. No.
It'll be funny.
No.
You see when you said, I want to watch it before just to give it you did it to yourself.
Yeah. These things are
can
the
we
stuff.
do it again?
Yeah. Let's just do what you want, and you did what you want. I'm leaving all this in, by the way, just so you know. But so it's good chatting to yourself, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah.